Scene Mom says, welcome to the podcast from former Phoenix radio host Danny Cutler. Each week bringing you independent music, industry news, the occasional interview, and other fun segments. Let's get to it. Scene Mom says hello and welcome to episode 98. Wow, 98. I'm Danny, your host and Scene Mom. Thank you for joining me again this week. I hope everybody is doing well. I had a pretty fun week. I had the weekly porch open house night with music at our local history museum here in Winchendon. I met up with some friends for dinner over the weekend, and my husband and I went to see the tall ships at Boston Harbor on Sunday, which was really a lot of fun. I love living so close to Boston. I definitely can't do it as often as I would like, but when we plan a trip, we really make it count. So let's get back to the show. That's really all that's happening with me. As always, I have your music news, music history, your marketing promo tip, and of course, some awesome indie tracks for you. So let's get back to the music with the latest from Phoenix band The Hourglass Cats. I sure miss seeing these guys live. They are so much fun. This was released in June. It's called Voodoo, and you're listening to what Scene Mom says.
Yeah, the way you do the things you do got me caught in your voodoo. The way you do the things you do got me caught in your voodoo. Yeah, the way. Yeah, you, I like something that I've never seen in you. I like something that is out of a dream. Or is it more like a nightmare? I think that that's not fair. You picked a weak soul to be a victim like I'm your voodoo doll. Yeah, the way you do the things you do got me caught in your voodoo. The way you do the things you do got me caught in your voodoo. Yeah, the way. Yeah, the way. And is it voodoo? Who would have thought that you knew all of the things that you do? You can seduce all the new dudes with that look in your eye. Is it voodoo? Dangerous games with your new crew. Sometimes I wish that you lose. Why you try to hide your new bruise? But I ain't that guy. Yeah, the way you do the things you do, you got me caught in your voodoo. The way you do the things you do got me caught in your voodoo. The way you do the things you do. Yeah, the way you do the things you do, you got me caught in your voodoo. The way you do the things you do, got me caught in your voodoo. The way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do, the way.
Again, that was Phoenix band The Hourglass Cats with Voodoo. Scene Mom says it is time for some music news. It is becoming more and more difficult for international artists to tour in the United States. Getting the right to perform in the U.S. as an international artist requires something called an O-1 visa. It's a temporary work authorization reserved for people who can prove what the government calls, quote, extraordinary ability. And navigating that process has become increasingly expensive and slow and very discouraging. The application fee alone has ballooned from $460 in 2024 all the way to $2,965 here in 2026. On top of that, processing times that are supposed to take 2 weeks are currently running 10 to 12 months, which is just not compatible with how touring actually works. You simply cannot confirm a venue booking a year or more out. And for bands with multiple members, multiply those costs by every person in the group. That adds up super quick. Immigration expert Matthew Covey, who works specifically with international touring artists, estimates that the all-in costs of navigating the process has increased 5,000% since the 1990s, without any clear benefit in terms of national security or labor protection. His organization is projecting at least a 30% drop in international touring across the performing arts in the United States in 2026. And it's not just a problem for emerging artists. Chartmetric data shows that 57% of the world's top superstar artists are from outside the United States, and 43% of those artists count America as their single largest streaming market. The very fans who love them are increasingly being cut off from seeing them live. The artists finding ways through are doing it by meticulously documenting every collaboration, press mention, and career milestone so they can build that visa application that now run over 500 pages. As one immigration attorney put it, the U2s and Elton Johns of tomorrow are playing 200 capacity clubs today, and right now, some of them can't even get through that door. It is crazy to think about. So many artists I love are from out of the country, and it would be awful to not get that opportunity to see them live. All right, in other news, I have said it before on this show, and I'm going to keep saying it. Please buy your tickets directly from the artist or the venue. This story is exactly why. An investigation by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation just revealed some pretty interesting things about StubHub, which brands itself as a, quote, marketplace for fans to buy and sell tickets. SEC filings show that StubHub's own CEO, Eric Baker, is also a part owner and managing director of Andro Capital. It's a fund that sells millions of dollars worth of tickets on StubHub's own platform. The guy running the marketplace is also one of the scalpers using it. And that's not all. SEC filings also show StubHub inked a deal with an affiliate of Baker's fund to help bankroll other mass scalpers, essentially financing large-scale ticket buying and reselling on the same platform that he runs. StubHub moved $9.2 billion in tickets in 2025 alone, and research suggests that 70 to 80% of all tickets on global resale platforms are controlled by mass scalpers, not fans who are trying to offload a ticket that they can't use. So I experienced an issue firsthand when I worked for a promoter years ago. Someone had purchased tickets through StubHub, and the tickets were double booked, meaning that 2 people showed up for the same seats. It was a scramble to find them alternative seating. The fan who bought directly through the artist was given that seat. The experience really stuck with me, and this story is a perfect reminder of why third-party resale sites are a risk that's just not worth taking. I know there's a lot of hate with Ticketmaster and Live Nation right now, but buy direct. Always buy direct. At least that way, your ticket is guaranteed. And on the Ticketmaster Live Nation thread there, as you know, I have been following the antitrust story very closely on this show. And this week, there is another new development that actually involves all of us, fans, artists, venue owners. The Department of Justice has officially published its proposed settlement agreement with Live Nation in the Federal Register, and a 60-day public comment period is now open with a deadline of September 4th. That means anyone can submit comments before a federal judge decides whether this settlement actually serves the public interest. And a lot of people don't think it does. The National Independent Venue Association, also known as NIVA, is one of the loudest voices that are pushing back, and they're calling the settlement insufficient. Their executive director put it bluntly: the settlement leaves Live Nation with Ticketmaster, with its artist management business, with its festivals, its clubs and theaters, and with the power to package a tour, root it into the buildings it controls, and sell every ticket. That is a structure a jury already found to be illegal, and the settlement doesn't dismantle it. What the settlement does do is require some movement on ticketing exclusivity. Artists at certain Live Nation amphitheaters can sell up to half their tickets outside of Ticketmaster. Fees at those venues would be capped at 15%, and venues would have more flexibility to choose non-exclusive ticketing contracts. Those are some real concessions, but critics say that it just doesn't go nearly far enough. Meanwhile, the 30-plus states that took Live Nation to trial and won are still pushing for Ticketmaster to be fully divested from Live Nation. And that's a process that could stretch well into 2027. If you remember last week, I talked about a story where they just want to get the whole thing dismissed and start the entire trial over. So going back to this, the public comment period is your chance to weigh in. If you've ever paid a $30 service fee on a $40 ticket, now is the time to say something about it. So Neva is putting a comment toolkit together so that you can do it easily. And when I see more about how you can leave a public comment, I will post it over on social media and I'll update you on an upcoming show. So that is your music news this week. If you have any feedback or you have other thoughts or music news to share, you can email me, scenemomsays@gmail.com. From Boston, that was Globox with Junior's Farm, a great cover of the Paul McCartney tune. It was also released back in June in time for Sir Paul's 84th birthday. Scene Mom says it is time for some music history. On July 13th in 1956, Elvis Presley released the double A-side single, Hound Dog and Don't Be Cruel, his biggest two-sided hit, with both singles reaching number 1 on the pop charts and cementing his place as one of the era's defining performers. On July 13th in 1985, Live Aid, the biggest charity concert in music history still, was simultaneously staged at London's Wembley Stadium and JFK Stadium in Philadelphia, broadcast to an estimated 1.9 billion viewers worldwide. The 16-hour event featured over 50 acts, including Paul McCartney, Queen, David Bowie, Madonna, Bob Dylan, Elton John, and of course, Duran Duran, raising over $150 million for Ethiopian famine relief. On July 18th in 1991, the very first Lollapalooza Music Festival was held across North America, featuring Jane's Addiction, Nine Inch Nails, Susie and the Banshees, Ice-T, Violent Femmes, and Fishbone, among many others, kicking off one of the most influential touring festivals in rock history. The very first one was out in Phoenix at Compton Terrace, which is no longer there. And I heard it was a very hot day in July, and Jane's Addiction didn't even finish their set. It was kind of crazy. And on July 18th, again in 2018, Billy Joel played his 100th concert at Madison Square Garden, becoming the first musician ever to hit that milestone at the legendary New York venue. New York State declared it Billy Joel Day in his honor. And that is some music history for you this week.
1, 2, 3. Come on
Also from Boston, that was another June release from Charming Arson called The Wednesday of My Discontent. Make sure you take a peek at the show notes so you can follow all of these bands on social media and listen to more of their music wherever you stream music. Also, find them on Bandcamp. Remember that the next Bandcamp Friday is coming up on August 7th. Artists receive 100% of the proceeds that day. It's a great time to give them some financial love. C-Mom says it is time for your marketing promo tip of the week. Try some behind-the-scenes content in your social marketing. Social media, unfortunately, has become less social and more interest media over the past couple of years, as algorithms and video have taken over what we see in our feeds. It's no longer about connecting, it's just seeing what interests us. As businesses, we do have to roll with the changes no matter how we feel about it. So one way to get a little more interaction is to show some of that BTS content. So you could do a day in the life, tools and hacks that you use, works in progress, introduce the team, or the band, break down a process, before and after type things, anything that gives some behind the scenes, because people like to see the process of your work, no matter what that work is. And I'm always here to go over ways to better improve how you are seen on social media. So get in touch and let's chat. You can schedule a consultation with me at DannyCutler.com. And I also have the twice monthly newsletter, and there's also the private Facebook group. And yes, all the links will be in the show notes. And you can also just go to DannyCutler.com and find everything there as well.
Grinding my teeth against the hard-ass concrete. Said this was easy. And now I'm grinding my teeth, grinding my teeth. I'm really sorry, I guess I'm kinda ditzy, a bit sporadic. It's getting harder to breathe, grinding my teeth. Looking pretty on the back burner. Too many things that you wanna conquer. Why don't you put your money where your mouth is? 'Cause I feel the rising of the temperature. Give me that attention. 'Cause yeah, I'll make a fool out of me on my phone. If that means I'll get a job, look at me, I'm so funny. Are you entertained? To absorb for your writing brain, 30-second phases that slip away to the next one. Grinding my teeth, what else was I expecting? A handed paycheck or just a good job, sweetie? Grinding my teeth. Looking pretty in the nice background, patiently waiting for the next phone call. Why don't you put your money where your mouth is? 'Cause I feel the rising of the temperature. Give me that attention. 'Cause yeah, I'll make a fool out of me on my phone. If that means I'll get a job, look at me, I'm so funny. Are you entertained? To absorb through your writing brain, 30-second phases that slip away to the next one. I'll make a fool out of me on my phone. If that means I'll get a job, look at me, I'm so funny. Are you entertained? Easy to absorb for your writing brain, 30-second phases that slip away to the next one.
They say they are from LA and Seattle. That was Mr. Dinkles and Grinding My Teeth. Yes, I apparently went through June releases on this show because that was also released in June. That's it for episode 98. Links to all the music and news heard this week will be in the show notes. And if you have any feedback, you can always get in touch on social media. It's Scene Mom Says on Facebook and D Cutler AZ everywhere else. And you can email scenemomsays@gmail.com. If you like what you hear, please share. It helps support these amazing artists, and it helps me too. Thanks as always for listening, and you'll hear me again soon. You've been listening to the Scene Mom Says podcast. Intro-outro music is Look Good for the Radio by Fairy Bones. Learn more about Danny and the show at dannycutler.com.